Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Nova Aetas. Now, when we left off, we had, well, fought a couple of Aztecs, we had explored a little bit of the crafting system, and, well, basically recruited some units. Yeah, there was actually quite a lot going on, because we created one of the best armors in the game. I actually think it is the best armor in the game, at least the best armor that I've seen so far. And not much has changed. The only thing that has changed is that I have constructed some heraldic knight armor. So this is not king armor, it is knight armor, because obviously we want it to be pretty similar to what we're currently wearing, but without the cloak. Because if we have the cloak or the cape or whatever you want to say, we're going to be Batman, obviously. We're going to be Batman or Superman or something along those lines, because obviously we've got to have a cape. And our knights, in other words, our Dagnabia veteran something or others, I actually still can't remember their name. Heavy infantry, not veteran at all, just heavy infantry. They are now ready. So, let's do this. Let's take them. There we go. So we are going to be adding those to the party. And do bear in mind, I went over to Serenade territory. I also began my apprenticeship as a blacksmith. Because I thought to myself, okay, so what other crafting things can we do? And according to the mod creator himself, he decided to tell me whether to, well, he basically said, hey, go and do some blacksmithing, because that is the best thing. And apparently, that is, because obviously we've already done a little bit of carpentry, we've already done some tailoring, and I'd very much like to take his advice and see what we can do about going and having a fun old time at the blacksmith. So I've been doing a little bit of that, but obviously that has taken quite a while, and I don't even know the percentage. I didn't even go and check with the guildmaster, because I thought, okay, so we have a pretty decent amount of money, and I think it would probably be a good idea to try and attack some of the, well, some of the enemy Aztecs in the area, because I don't know whether you can see, but on the world map right now, on the world map there is Zoko. Serpent Zoko, and I would very much like to kill him. He has been a thorn in our side for far too long, I feel, and as a result of that, I'm actually going to be speaking to these guys. Their wages are only, wow, are only 10, and it shows, because obviously they only have 48 HP. I probably should have invested the money in getting Huskarls, but I didn't really know what to do, and I thought the system would be cool to kind of test out and everything, so I thought, why not? I thought, yeah, let's try this out. So, time to change your equipment. Okay, so can I take this stuff? Can I take this stuff? I can take this stuff, but I have to pay him. I have to pay him money. I don't really want to do that. You will receive 5,500 from him. Okay, so I'm going to take his armor, at least the 2 chest pieces, and I'm going to take his weapons as well. His weapons are actually really good, but I like the rapier a lot because it's so incredibly fast. So I'm going to take the axes and the Nordic sword. I'm going to leave him the javelins and the shield, of course, because that is fantastic. I might like to actually take the flat helmet and the fluted helmet, because these things can be used for our companions, because they're wearing some pretty bad stuff right now. Maybe the agonic armor as well they could maybe use, but there we go. So he is going to be using all of this. Unfortunately, I haven't given him the rapier yet, so yes, it would be a good idea to, yeah, give him that. So that seems good, right? Does it? I guess. Yeah, just pay whatever you can. My lord. Yes, this is the new equipment. There we go. Okay. So, oh my goodness, it's the Nordic King talking to me. What can I do for you, my great fearless Nordic King? That is hilarious. That is great. Okay, so, there you go. They are now equipped in the best possible stuff. Now, the one thing that I'm a little bit, shall we say, unsure of, what happens? I'm going to ask you, I'm going to pose a question in this episode, and if you could let me know in the comments, that would be great. Now, what happens if I recruit some heavy infantry now after the upgrades have taken effect? Does that mean that the new heavy infantry that we gain from the recruiting, of course, does that mean that those units then gain the additional upgrades, or do I need to do that separately? That is the question that I'm asking right now, and I'm sure some of you know, but yeah, I'm just a little bit unaware of what's going on, because if that is indeed the case, then what we can do is we can just recruit another bunch of heavy infantry, and even if we lose 9 out of 10 of these guys, that will then mean that the upgrades have not been wasted, and as a result, we can just continue the rolling effect, as it were. So we can basically just go like, okay, so I lost 9 out of 10 of those guys, so let's get another 10, and then they will then carry on the upgrading system, I suppose you could say. I don't know whether that's understandable enough, but I tried my best. Anyway. So, we have Mateld. She needs to level up, so let's see. Well, some more strength, I suppose, will be absolutely fine for her, and a little bit more in that. And she does have a pretty good helmet right now, but her armor could use a little bit of an upgrade, so let's go with that. And her sword is okay. I could have given her a rapier, but I don't know. I think that's okay. I would like to give her one of these. One-handed war axe, I think, is probably good for her. And obviously the helmet is very, very scarcely better, so just give her that. And then Quinius. Quinius also did level up, by the way. I spec'd him in intelligence, and I gained a little bit of trainer skill with him, because I feel like that would probably make a good difference. His Renaissance or Renaissance costume is actually pretty good. Better than what I have. And his feathered hat is not better, so I'm going to give him the fluted helmet. And he does not have anything good in his weapon slots. So I'm going to need to get him a shield or something along those lines. That would be kind of nice. So, yes, that's what I've been doing as I've been off screen. I've been doing a little bit of blacksmithing and things like that. So, yeah, I've been trying to get a little bit higher level in that regard. And I'm going to try and swap a couple of these guys out. So these guys are very, very low level, these Dagnabia footmen. Unfortunately, I'm not able to very easily upgrade them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gain a pretty decent army right here. Oh, well, I say decent, but I'm not entirely sure how decent you can get, to be honest, with these forces here. I do have quite a lot of footmen here, mainly because I want them to level up really fast, but I don't really want to take all of them. So I'm just going to put 10 in there, and I'll take another couple of marksmen and maybe some warriors and things. I don't think that this fight is going to be that difficult, but you never know. Oh, we are lucky. Oh, we are very, very lucky. So as you can see, there's no one around us. No one around us at all, so we are going to be absolutely fine. I could make peace with them, but I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that, so let's see what we can do here. 84 against 117, and it is, what? A flat battlefield? What magic is this? I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that. That is kind of amazing. Okay, so where are my people? There they are. Dagnabia heavy infantry. Ooh, they look very menacing, don't they? Very menacing indeed. So I have a lot of archers. I have 32 archers, in actual fact. So I think this is going to be pretty funny, because these archers are pretty good, as far as I'm aware. I mean, we have some regular archers, and then we have marksmen. And I can assume that they're going to be really, really powerful. Or at least I hope that is the case. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're doing too much so far, which is kind of sad. I mean, many of you have recommended the Vaegier archers in the past, but maybe I'm a little bit too far away, so let's move them a little bit closer, shall we? Maybe that's an idea. Okay, so, wow, the enemy leader has already been eliminated, which is actually amusing, so that's great. I like that. So, I don't even know whether I'm hitting right here, so no. There we are. Yes, there's a nice hit. Okay, so can I kill him? Can I kill that fellow over there? It's unlikely, isn't it? Oh, there we go. We're getting a little bit more kills now, but still, okay. I'd like our infantry to actually come down here. Now, I have no cavalry. That is on purpose, of course, because I thought to myself, maybe we could try taking out a couple more of their vassals than usual, because obviously I want to be able to weaken them, well, significantly enough for us to be able to take one of their fiefs without any opposition whatsoever. Maybe just one vassal. Maybe just one vassal contesting that. And there's Diggory Dagnabbit's, I think, first kill with his bow, I think? I'm actually unsure. Maybe. If that is his first kill with a bow, then I gotta say that that is kind of sad, but I don't think that's the case. I think he has gotten kills beforehand with it. So, let's do this. Let's go, everyone. Okay, let's charge. Infantry, charge in. Yes, I'm not really wanting to be first, but I am apparently first. Let's do this. Yes. Yeah, you cannot defeat us. Our amazing people are amazing in things. I don't even know. The heavy infantry that we have, that's what I mean. That's what I'm referring to right now. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's... yeah, there we go. A nice thrust against many of these fellows will have them just keeling over in pain, as you can see. Okay, so let's get our archers over here. Are they already running out of ammunition? I think they've already run out of ammunition. That's kind of sad, but, well, what can you do? That just happens, isn't it? So, come on. Yes. These Dagnabia heavy infantry... Ah, one of them has already been killed. That is so sad. That is extremely sad. Jeffrey, why? Why did you do this to me, Jeffrey? Ah, well, anyway, it doesn't really matter too much, because as I say, if you can answer the question that I asked previously in this episode, then that would be fantastic, because if that is the case, then I'm just going to get a bunch of heavy infantry. I'm going to spend some of my money on that. I'm probably going to get another 10 or maybe 20, and then that's going to be fantastic, because they're all going to be extremely well armored, well geared, and pretty aggressive as well with their really nice weapon. So, other than that, what I'm thinking of doing is I was going to save up. I was going to try and purchase a palace, because purchasing a palace is obviously going to make a huge difference to our wages, and I think that that is probably the next step that I'm going to take, instead of recruiting a couple more heavy infantry, because obviously right now we lost one, and that's kind of a big deal, because they are very, very good, but obviously, look at this. We had such little casualties because we had a pretty decent army composition this time around, because beforehand, when I engaged the Aztecs, we were, of course, pretty outnumbered, which is something to take into account. But other than that, we were having major problems with not knowing quite what we were doing. In other words, I had archers, I had infantry, I had all kinds of different units, and it really wasn't sort of melding together, because the cavalry, there wasn't enough cavalry to make a really big difference, and obviously our infantry were not very skilled, I suppose you could say. So I'm going to take this guy prisoner, because that's what we do, and we can let them go, or we can get some florins. I think it's kind of pointless, so I'm just going to get the prestige, thank you very much. We do get some relation back, which is kind of amusing, but yeah, I don't really care about that too much. And I'm not actually going to take any of these things. I might take the most important things, or most expensive, and that will be that. Okay, so they're going to run away. That's fantastic. And I have now leveled up a huge amount of our forces, no doubt. Yeah, these guys, look at that. Yeah, another 10 infantry there. I'm not going to go for the horsemen here, because they upgrade into Mamluks. And we do have a couple of Mamluks, but they are not actually what I'm looking for right now, I think, at least. So we have 200 units in Diggs Landing Castle. I've been watching out, by the way, as well, for any vassals that decide to defect to us. Ooh! Oh, that would have been nice to attack that guy over there, but it was nighttime, and there was a nearby vassal, as you can see. Oh, and Swadia is declaring war against the Merchant Republic of Zendar. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. Okay, so who's that? That is Yapo Katapan, as well as Itztapan. Okay, so there's two of them, but they only have about 188 forces. Might be an idea. Okay, so let's see if we can bait them. Let's bait them into a fight. Yes, come over here. Come over here, you scoundrels. Yes, there we go. Okay, so this might be a little bit much for us to deal with, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay, mainly because we have our archers, of course. I'm going to tell our archers to hold fire right now, because I do not want them wasting arrows on random garbage. I would very much like them to be effective for the most part. So let's have a look. How many forces do we actually have on the battlefield? 62, and the enemy has 93. That tells me I need to improve my tactics skill. Would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. So let's stand our archers a little bit closer as well. Let's get our infantry out the front here. Maybe the archers could stand about here. About here, perhaps. I think that would be kind of nice. So let's put them there, and then we will tell them to fire at will. Or should we? I think the enemy is a little bit too far away for them to actually do much to us right now, so I'm thinking, this is why I wish I had a horse now. Yes, having a horse would have been a really good investment, but most of the horses are quite expensive unless you want to get a similar horse to what I had. Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay, I think we're going to place them a little bit higher up, and then we're going to tell them to... see, that's the thing. It's kind of pointless to tell them to just fire at will right now. I think we just need our infantry to stand over there. No. I don't want them to do that. Thank you. Hold this position, please. Yes, one of you actually helped me by saying not to use the flag. Not to use the flag when telling your units to hold position, because then that means you will have a much better time of not having them just run in willy-nilly. So I think that's pretty nice. And we are going to hold position here. Thank you. Yes, hold position here. And our archers are going to do an okay job, I suppose, hopefully. Okay, so let's get out our own bow and see what we can do. But they all have shields, by the looks of things. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good at all, actually. They do seem to be using a similar tactic to us last time as well. As you can see, look at this. They seem to be hiding their archers behind their infantry, which is kind of amusing considering they didn't do that before. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes. Look at the proficiency. The proficiency just goes up so incredibly easily when you actually hit things. Isn't that amazing? Yes. What an amazing thought. Okay, I think... Shall we just charge in? It doesn't seem like our archers are doing too much, but I guess we're just going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait it out and see whether they're going to be able to weaken some of them. But as you see, most of the enemies that we are currently facing have shields. And that's not going to be very good. That is not going to be very good at all. So, I guess we're just going to have to try. Maybe shoot a couple more and see what happens. But, there we go. Yeah, come on. Let's kill that guy. Oh, they're charging now. Yes, that's exactly what we want them to do. Or is it? I'm not entirely sure, because if they charge, that means their archers are going to have a very, very good vantage point. And that's going to be kind of sad for us. Isn't it? That's going to be kind of sad. Okay, so, let's charge in, infantry. Let's do this. Stab him. Yeah. Thrust against him very, very nicely indeed. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is going to be good. This is going to be very, very good. I think we have the major advantage right here. Maybe. Most of our Saranid guards are actually being eliminated, which is kind of sad. I am going to try and distract the archers as much as I possibly can. Yeah, stab him, stab him. Yes, I'm stabbing everyone in my path. Ah, yes. The stabby stabby. There we are. Oh, yes. There we go. We ran them down like nothing else. Did you see that? Wow. Okay, I was not anticipating such a slaughter. I thought to myself, yes, we're probably going to win that particular engagement, but did not expect such an overwhelming massacre. Okay, so we're going to have to tell our forces to maneuver a little bit here. Our archers will have to go over there, and I don't think they actually have any ammunition remaining, so it's kind of sad. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful with them, because obviously archers are not very good in melee. At least for the most part, they're not very good. Eliminate them. Yes, the warrior priests must die. If anything, the warrior priests must be the ones to be killed first, because if we can kill those, they will not be able to kill our own units. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to try and inspire a couple of our units here. There we go. Yes, recover some HP, please. Yes, there we go. And I'm actually unsure about the range on that thing. I don't know about the range, so I'm unsure whether it's very good, but we're gonna obviously find out soon. But can I actually heal myself now? I can heal myself. Okay, so that means that I can use basically every ability every 60 seconds. I actually thought they were on a global cooldown, which was my bad. I thought it was a global cooldown, so that's kind of sad, but it's okay. It is absolutely fine. Let's just continue our slaughtering massacre here. And, oh, look at that. Did you see that guy? He just went floppity-floppity on the ground. That was hilarious. Okay. Well, anyway, let's try and get our archers, well, try and get their archers thrusted upon, yes. Oh, I very much like attacking their heads. That is the best way to destroy them. And maybe a little bit of a thrust as well, here and there. But look at that. What an overwhelming slaughter that we've perpetrated here. They really are very, very done for right now. Hopefully we will be able to take both of them prisoner. That would be fantastic. And then maybe we'll be able to ransom them. It's actually kind of amusing. The Aztecs are not ransoming their other fellow that I have in the colony, but maybe that is because he's in the colony and maybe it doesn't interact with it or something. But let's have a look. What did we lose? We did not lose any of our heavy infantry, which is fantastic, but otherwise we lost quite a few marksmen, which is okay. I did send them in to charge, which was kind of a... that's the thing, it's not really an error, because I kind of needed the bodies in there, but... Well, anyway, 188 of them have been eliminated, which is really nice, and I guess I'll just take a couple of pieces to sell. And they did manage to escape. Both of them managed to escape, which is really sad, actually. But now, for the most part, I am going to be ending this episode off here. And next time, we are going to probably be doing a little bit of blacksmithing. I'll probably head back there. We'll probably have a lot more florins, because obviously I will have waited a couple more weeks, because I want to buy a palace. But obviously buying a palace is going to maybe have to wait until we've purchased a blacksmith. So I'm not entirely sure which order I'm going to do that in, but hopefully it's going to work out just fine. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.